If you've been curious what $600,000 can get you here in Denver in a newly built home community in the end of 2023, stay tuned. I'm going to be sharing with you Kipling Park West. It's on the border of Denver and Littleton. It has some really good things going for it. There is one thing though about the location that I'm going to share with you that you might want to stick around for and learn about, because some people are not going to be cool with that. But I'm going to be going on the ground model home tour, going to be going up on the drone, and also going to be doing a Google Maps view. Stay tuned. Again, this is going to be Kipling Park West here in Denver, Colorado. All right, so before we go any further, just wanted to hop on really quick and make sure you guys know my phone number, my email, all that info is down below. Make sure you reach out. Would love to connect with you and hopefully add some additional value in any way that I can. Or if nothing else, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. Release videos like this every week. Would love to have you be one of the first ones to get those in your inbox. So let's go back now to the rest of the video. All right, you guys, so now we're going to be jumping into Google Earth and Google Maps. Wanted to give you a little bit more of a perspective on where this Kipling West community is located. A couple reasons why I really like this area, but also going to share with you at the end one thing that is a pretty big stigma and something that for a lot of you might be enough to be a deal breaker and make you want to choose a different new build community. However, don't let that scare you. I'll share more about that here with you in a second. So Google Earth, first thing we're going to do is just show you where exactly Kipling West is located. This is a Meritage community. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and zoom in there. With Kipling West, it's a paired home community, and paired homes is another common term for similar to a townhome. I looked it up on Google just to make sure I was giving you the exact correct definition, and what they often call this is it's a standalone counterpart to, where they basically just build homes in pairs. So similar to a duplex, but however, you're going to have its own separate entry, separate living spaces, separate garage and yard. Again, it's something that would be fairly similar to what a lot of times we call a townhome. Just a little clarification there in case you weren't sure when we hear the word paired homes, what that means. So we'll go back here though to Google Earth just so I can share with you a couple reasons why this part of town, in my opinion, is awesome. So I live very close actually to this Kipling West community. This is Kipling right here, and I'm actually going to use Google Maps as opposed to Google Earth in a second, but I wanted to just use this at first just to give you a little bit of perspective on the development that's all around Kipling West. So as you can see in this little section direction here. Oops, this is Kipling West where I'm circling around. Off to the east and also the north and south on this side of Kipling, you have quite a bit of pre-developed neighborhoods and single-family homes. A lot of these were built in the 80s, as early as maybe the late 90s, early 2000s. If you look directly east of the Meritage new build community, some of these are a little bit newer right here. But I wanted to get across is that you just have a lot of very established neighborhoods all around you. And with that comes nice mature trees and landscaping, and also some already well-maintained paths for walking your dog, getting some exercise before or after work, that kind of stuff. So as you can see as one example, right from Meritage, you can hop on this little path. You can on a bike, walk your dog, again, whatever you were trying to accomplish, but takes you over to this really nice Garrison and Union Park. There's also a bunch of stuff as opposed to going east. If you just cross over Kipling and just go slightly up here to the north, you have Harriman Lake Park, and this is awesome. This is an area that's just very, accessible if you live in this part of town. And what I love about it is you can actually go fishing as well. So within a 5-minute bike ride or a 2-minute drive in the car, you have this access right out your back door. And then one last positive, one other perk that I really like about where this is specifically located off of Kipling is if you just look go a little bit further out so you can see here. So if you look up here, this is Highway 285, and it connects with C470. And I've talked about this in several other videos, mainly talking about why I think this side of town is so special. It's, like I said, where I currently live, and also where a lot of my friends that have been Colorado natives their whole lives, where they also choose to live. And that's because there's so much great outdoor recreational activities and just things you can do that are all very close to where you live, as opposed to living in Southeast Aurora, for example, and having to get in your car and drive 30 minutes to escape to the foothills and kind of get up into that first phase of mountains. When you live on the southwestern side of Denver, you are so much closer to a lot of the best stuff, in my opinion, that Denver has to offer. Red Rocks Amphitheater, Bear Creek Lake Park, access up through Highway 285 up into some of the immediate, smaller, kind of unknown mountain towns like Conifer, and even all the way up into Evergreen. So as you can see here, right here is where that Kipling West is. Just a couple miles to the west, you have C470, and then you have access up into all that great stuff. So it's very, very easily accessible when it comes to the location within Denver. So that was the Google Earth part of that. What I also wanted to show is just on a street level view, this is Kipling Park West. This was a Google Maps image that must have been created pretty recently, because they have about the same level of development finished as far as this side of the road. You can see these aren't built yet, whereas now they all are built. So they don't have the ability to go in the street yet to kind of go down and see it from that end. But this at least kind of gives you a little bit of a perspective on what we're looking at here. Kipling is nice on this specific portion of Kipling because you have a median. So you're a little bit more protected from oncoming traffic, and it just feels a little bit, safer in my opinion. One other nice thing about Kipling Park West, is that if you go this direction north, this is what I was just referring to, just, very short distance down here, and you're going to have all of this stuff off to your left with Harriman Park. You also have some really good schools. Devlin is right up here to the left, and Devlin was always a school when I went to high school in Wheat Ridge, which is also in Denver. Devlin was where a lot of the really high excelling academic students went instead of their, closest public school. So Devlin is full of a lot of really good opportunities when it comes to having a stronger resume as you apply to colleges and that kind of stuff. So if you're a family and you have potentially some kids that are about to be that age, this could be a great option for you because you are super duper close to Devlin, which is, again, a very accredited special school. Just to kind of go out here, Devlin is right up here. So Devlin Junior Senior High School, Devlin High School. So it's spelled a little unique, Devlyn. If you want to look that up after finishing this video, feel free to do so. Also, drop a comment in the notes below, and I'd be happy to share more personal experiences with you about Devlin. I did mention at the beginning of this Google Map video about one negative to this part of kind of southwestern Denver, and that is going to be right across from Devlin. On the other side of Kipling is the Federal Correctional Institute. So I drive by this every morning on my way to the gym, and it's always a, friendly reminder to me about how lucky I am to have made good decisions, and I'm not spending the night in this place. However, obviously, this is not a maximum security type place where you have to be too concerned, but, from a real estate investment, just an appreciation perspective, a lot of people would prefer not to be, right on the other side of that. So I was trying to just get you guys, let's see if I can, let's try to just pull up just a street view of this. So hold on one second while I get you up here. So here we go right here. Let's see if we can get. So here we are on Kipling again, and just off to the right, it's not a big eyesore by any means, but you do have this correctional institute that is, institution that is right here on the corner of kind of the big cross streets that are, again, just about a mile, maybe even a little bit less than a mile from Kipling Park West, which is right there. Just wanted to share that with you guys as well. One last thing before we go back to the rest of the video. If we click into Meritage Homes website, I can just show you with Kipling Park West specifically with these paired homes. This is currently November 2023. They're just under 600,000 starting, anywhere from about 1,700 to about 2,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1 half bath with that powder room on the main level, 2-car garage, which is really nice, and just 2 stories as opposed to 3. So overall, I think very nicely furnished with just the appliance packages and the granite counters and different lighting and plumbing fixtures. I think they did a really good job to make these very functional, but also fit the current demand that a lot of buyers have with this more modern style of home. And I just think they're doing a really good job with putting a high quality product out there and at a price with under $600,000 that's a little bit more achievable nowadays than some other homes. Obviously, $600,000 is still a lot of money. One thing they do offer as well, though, is one of the reasons why I'm filming so many of these new build communities right now with the higher interest rates. These new build communities such as Kipling Park West, they're able to provide, some financing options that are 5.85 to 6% currently, as opposed to the 7 or 8% that we're seeing if you were to buy a traditional single family home that's got a family or somebody currently living there, that you're just more of a traditional style purchase. So a lot of things are very nice about new build communities. That being one of them, but also just the fact that it's turnkey, brand new. Nobody's ever lived in the home before, and you can, if you get it early on, before the home has been completely finished, you have a little bit of creative input as well on what you want in your home. So let's go back now to the rest of the video. Again, guys, feel free though, reach out with any comments or feedback in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer those here as well. All right, you guys, well, there you have it. There was a new build community, Meritage Homes, Kipling Park West. They're paired homes similar to townhomes, and they're selling for under $600,000, which in today's Denver market is a great option if you want a home that is brand new, turnkey, and just ready for you to move in and call home. So I think that this is a really good way for you to start comparing different styles of homes and hopefully make a little bit more clear of a decision when you start to go through this home buying process. As always, my phone number, my email, all that info is down below. Love connecting with people like yourselves that are considering moving here to Denver, Colorado, and hopefully finding a few different ways that I can provide value to you, whether it be buying a home today or 6 months or even 6 years from now. I would love just the opportunity to connect and hopefully help you out in any way that I can. So look forward to sharing with you guys another episode next week all about living in Denver. And until then, be safe. I'll see you guys then. Bye.